This is going to be a vulnerable post, and I hope that you guys give me the grace and space to talk about how I feel, because I don't think it's an uncommon feeling, and I also want to know if anybody else can identify with it. Being single is starting to feel like a punishment, and this is coming from somebody who generally really does enjoy being single, and I really value my solitude. Now, I think there are a few things that are playing into this feeling. I can definitely identify that for me personally, I think the emotion is coming from a place where I am longing for somebody else to really care for me. I'm longing for somebody to really want me. I'm longing for somebody to be interested in me genuinely. And before y'all say it, I am in therapy. I've been in therapy for over a year now, and it does work wonders. And I do love myself. I pour into myself. I am selfish. And I have done the work to actually decenter men and relationships. But I am still simultaneously wanting companionship. I think the second thing at play for me is never being anybody's first choice. And it's just so conflicting because I understand that male validation is a check that you can never cash. But that doesn't take away the human desire I have to be wanted. And I would like to be wanted by somebody who is a peer, not an older man that just wants somebody younger than him, and definitely not somebody who feels like they're settling for me. There are so many other reasons. I don't think I can fit them all in one video, so let me know if y'all want a part 2. But the last point I'm going to leave you guys on, for me, is just sheer loneliness. I have an amazing friend group, I have great family, and I am always in good company with myself. But I feel like over time, being single, there is a really large part of myself that I constantly have to suppress. And it makes me sad that I don't get to use that piece of myself often enough. That is a desire to nurture somebody, to love somebody, to care for somebody, and just be vulnerable with somebody.
I wonder if I'm alone in this, right? This is coming from a man who doesn't enjoy being single, right? I'm single, but I'm content with it. I live with it. I don't complain about it, right? But I don't necessarily enjoy being alone, being by myself, okay? But this is the thing where I can't understand it, right? She's basically saying, right, she enjoys being single, she's strong, independent woman, all that stuff, right? She enjoys spending her alone time. And she reiterates that over and over with a lot of different things, right? She enjoys spending time with her family and friends. But then she says she complains about the fact that she wants to have somebody, i.e. not be single. And she complains that, she's alone and just all this stuff. And I just think that's counterproductive. When one hand, you like being single, you like being alone, you like having your alone time. On the other hand, you want someone. You hate being alone. It's like, this is why women don't even know what they want. And that they exude a certain aura that says that, oh, I prefer being single. But then you, as the man, have to change her mind to not enjoy her singlehood and to accept you. You make it a chore for men to get with you, because now they have to. I saw this thing where a woman said that the man has to prove himself enough where he has to be more important than her own single, her own self, being by herself. He has to give her a reason. And it's like, this is the thing where when women don't see that they're making relationships with them difficult because they don't even know what they want. If you enjoy, this is where I'm saying, right? If you enjoy being by yourself, in my view, it don't make sense why you want to change that enjoyment. Tell me if I'm wrong, right? I can never understand where you love your alone time. You prefer being alone. You love being single, okay? And yet you want someone else to come along to change that status. How is that going to be? How easy? I mean, that's not going to be easy. So you're making it hard because now now a man has to come in to change that enjoyment. What man sees that, okay, she's enjoying being by herself. Why would I change that? Or how can I change that when she's happy, perfectly happy, and this is not content, right? This is just you enjoy being by yourself. this is something where I don't understand how women think like that, and even men who say that, I don't understand, right? Like I said, I am content. I'm fine. I mean, it is what it is. I deal with it. I don't enjoy being alone. I don't. I have enough of my alone time, right? But that's the thing where we seem to like think that, okay, if you enjoy something, why change it up? I can never understand it. That's my view, right? So I would love explanation why people do that, right? When you say you enjoy being by yourself, and yet you complain, which she does. She's essentially griping about she wants someone. She's lonely. It's like, what is it? Are you happy being by yourself, or do you want to be with someone? That's why I said it's confusing, and women make ideology like that makes it harder to be with someone, because you have the energy, the aura of I'm happy by myself. Okay, then be by yourself. If you are independent, don't be dependent on nobody.
So, I spent so long getting ready to see a boy who it literally had just clicked in my head that like he doesn't care, because I've been putting in so much effort to see him. I've just been not reciprocating that. He told me I was gonna see him today. I was supposed to see him at 6. I was supposed to see him at 4:30. And he's texting me right now. He's just avoiding the whole thing of me. So, like, obviously you don't care. But I took my time to get ready, did my hair, did my makeup, and I think I look really cute. So I was
I've said it before, I'm going to say it until I'm blue in the face. Women ignore red flags. Women are terrible at vetting men. Because they choose men on what? Money, on charm, on good looks, on height, and practically it. And then all the rest of the stuff, right? Later on, when they dated the guy, they gave this man her body. They gave this man children. That's when they start, figuring out all the other stuff, like his morality, his principle, how he treats people, all this other things, right? Like if he's faithful, this is when they do that. That's when they care about that stuff. After, they only cared or are attracted to him by superficial means. I've said it before, and I say it again. Women ignore red flags, and they're terrible at vetting men. Okay, I'm not saying that this woman's beautiful. I'm not saying this woman to go with an ugly man because he's morally sound. Because if she's not attracted to him, she's not attracted to him. But at the end of the day, when your main attraction to men is the things I mentioned, right? If he's tall, if he's charming, because you gotta think, right? This is something that women never understand or seem to grasp. If a man is charming, what does that mean? He has practiced that skill to the nth degree. So how did he practice that? By charming a lot of women. By failing in the beginning and then succeeding when he's met you, right? So he's succeeded so many times. He's charmed plenty of women. So he's gotten that practice. He's not awkward. He's not shy, right? But to do that, he's became the player. He's gone through many other women. You're not the first. But women don't understand that. I want a charming man. But you don't understand. This charming man most likely have a high body count. Most likely been with a lot of women. But women can't put two to two together. And this is the thing, right? Like I said, I get it. You don't want to go with an ugly man or a man that's shy and awkward. It is what it is. But then you complain about the players, the Chads, the Tyrones treating you terribly. What can I say? It's kind of like a weird conundrum that women put themselves in. I'm not attracted to the good men, but I will have to complain about the bad men because those are the men I'm attracted to.
You're gonna like him. You will learn to like him. I don't care what it takes. You
will like him. He is a good man. He is a good man, Savannah.
Women will never cease to amaze me. You know, you know, you wonder why men nowadays, right, are giving up. Men are walking away. Men are not dealing with it. You know, you ask women, right, or women say that, oh, why men are not approaching, or they're in the 30s or 40s and there's no good men left. Why? Because of shit like that. Why? Why should good men even bother now? Because one, we are made to feel like the last option. We were made to feel like second best. We were made to feel like the last thing on your priority list. We are made to feel useless, made to feel unattractive, made to feel unwanted. This is the thing where women don't understand. This is years, okay, of shit like this, right? Where, again, nice guys finish last. You always pick the bad boys, the players, the Chads, the Tyrones, the toxic men. And then at the end of this whole carousel ride of, you know, terrible men, you're older, you know, you're more jaded, you're more harder to deal with. That's when you want good men. That's when you complain, where are the good men? That's when you complain about everything. You complain about all men. This is the thing where women don't understand that how they are destroying men. They're destroying good men, right? They're making men walk away from them. And you wonder why men act a certain way. Because it's things like this. How can men trust like women that even actually like them, right? You always like, it's just sad because you see this a lot, okay? And you know that this is real in the real world, okay? You know this is happening in the real world where women look down on good men because they're probably not as attractive, not as masculine or whatever, not as tall, not as whatever, compared to the Chads, the Tyrones, the toxic men. They're not. But they will treat you good. They want to be with you. They want to love you. They want to be there for you. But no, it's just not enough. This is just, I don't know. It's just really, it's sad. It's sad, and it's just hard to watch shit like this, because then I'm called toxic for calling out women like this. I'm called toxic, misogynistic for calling out women who put down good men and then date toxic men and just blanket statement men, all men, right? Who don't even like look a good man's way and then complain about all men. I feel bad for the men that are in the marriages, in the relationships with women like this. I really do feel bad for those type of men where they are in relationship with women like this who thought they were who were their last choice. They wouldn't have dated them. You wouldn't have dated these good men if, one, you were younger, two, if you didn't have a child already, three, if you could have gotten the Chads and Tyrones to be good men.
I wasn't just going to follow tradition of society and my family telling me that I need to be married and have kids. I also was pretty married to my career, which I have really established and I feel really proud of. I also was pretty married to my career.
I don't need no man.
A few moments later.
As a single woman who is just beginning to date again, I've never been married, I have no kids. I also struggle with anxiety, so this should be fun. Pretty much just starting this journey, so I'm going to take you along with me.
When you talk about mental health as a woman, keep in mind that if you land at 50 and you're sitting in that house all alone with your cat, and you have no man, and you have no kids, and you have no family, and all you have is that career to try to keep you warm at night, your mental health is going to be suffering big time.
There are multiple studies that show that single, unmarried women are the happiest subset of people in the world.
Stop the cap.
And yet society keeps trying to tell us that, like, we're sad.
And the newest research points out that single women, no kids, are the happiest subset of humans on the goddamn planet.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
And you check out your friends and your family. And they all have people in their lives that will always come before you, as they should. But you have no one.
So I'm at the beach and I see all these families and all these couples, and I just look and go, what the hell did I do so wrong in a past life that I can't find that for myself?
It would be cool if someone could end the crushing loneliness for a minute or two.
Seeing my grandparents holding my cousin's kids and how happy they look, and I'm not gonna get to see that, witness that, experience that love.
I'm 38. I feel like I've got through my early 30s without, almost luckily, when I look at what my friends have to deal with their children, I almost feel a little bit blessed. What do you say to that?
Well, I would say that it starts to get pretty lonesome in life after 45 if you don't have a family.
Get your passport, brothers. This whole idea that you're gonna go abroad to find a wife because American women aren't submissive enough. They don't want men to be leaders. They're not like our grandmas were. Expectations are astronomical.
Well, actually.
How much money the man gotta make?
Over 100,000.
Over 100K?
Yeah.
Minimum amount of money you will accept?
Between like 90 and 100,000, I think is like a good like base.
Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
At least $250,000.
He has to make at least 250,000.
Yes.
And he has to be doing better than me. That's for sure. I'm not settling. He has to be financially secure.
So what's the amount he has to make?
He would need to make over 100,000 a year or more.
Okay, so nothing less than 100,000 a year.
He will really have to touch my.
I've changed my stance on marrying for money. I will be doing that. I want to eat, nap, and have hot sex. I'm bringing nothing else to the table. Now accepting applications.
I'm just thinking about the fact that I bring nothing to the table apart from vibes. I bring absolutely nothing to the table.
Okay, because a feminine woman won't answer that question. She'll be like, what do you mean? What do I bring to the table? I'm here. You know, that's a silly question.
You how to finesse men and take all their money just from bullying them. And don't listen to the bitches that are like, fandom's an art, it takes time. It does not.
I respond things like, obviously I'm not pretty if you haven't told me in cash. If you think I'm so pretty, tell me on a scale from $100 to $1,000. And if you send anything under 1,000, we're done.
It makes no sense because foreign bitches have way higher expectations than American girls do.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate your looks?
4.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate your looks? Well, it's 5. I think you're a lot prettier than a 5. Do you think really that you're just an average?
No, I don't have enough confidence to say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how pretty do you think you are?
For me, I would rate myself 4 out of 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate your looks?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Are you being modest here?
No.
No?
I'm ugly as fuck.
No!
Meanwhile,
10.
A fat fucking 10.
Rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10. Rate your physical appearance.
10.
10.
I guess a 10. I already said this. I'm a 10.
Yeah, I'm a 10.
10. Yeah, probably a 10.
And I don't give a fuck about male validation because I am the baddest bitch. Period.
How much money should you be earning per month to be considered, yeah, I'm rich, I'm well off here in the Philippines?
Maybe like 50K a month?
50K?
Like that.
Okay, 50K is about $1,000 US. Okay, so how much do you expect your future husband to earn to provide a comfortable life here in the Philippines?
I think around 30 to 50K, char.
30 to 50,000 pesos. How much money is rich to you?
50K.
50K? Is that per month or per year?
Per month.
Per month. Oh, okay. How much does a man need to earn to have, to provide a comfortable living here in the Philippines?
30K per month.
30K per month. Okay, so how much money do you need to have to be considered rich?
Maybe around, if your salary is around 100,000 plus.
A month?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're earning 100,000 pesos a month, here in the Philippines, you're considered rich.
Yeah, I think so.
A few minutes later.
How much money do you think a guy should make per year? I mean, if I'm like dating them, it'd be nice if they were at least making 100,000.
Like $1 million, 2 million?
500 grand? A lot. We're expensive.
Yeah. Mills.
Yeah, dog, get that passport. Go do your thug thizzle. Because if you think American women are bad, get ready to have your socks blown off.
Cold and bossy, the passport bros. But we ain't shelling out cash for a hoes, no. We just hit playa, they playing a dirt song, their mom on fire. A little red bone, she look like Maya and want me to try her, oh Lord.